Welcome to the Letthemflourish YouTube channel. This is the first introduction video, and I welcome you to this space. This channel is all about wellness. So from a spiritual sense, from a birth and postpartum and doula sense, and from an herbalist sense. And I will be sharing with you things that I've learned on my wellness journey as both a practitioner and a student, and someone who embodies and tries to live a holistic lifestyle in my daily life. So that's what this channel is all about. And I invite you to subscribe, like, share this video. And I will be posting new videos every Thursday. So please stay tuned. Turn your notifications on. It's the little bell icon underneath this video so that you can know when I've posted a new video.
So, who are you?
My name is Etisha Brown. I am my mother's daughter. I am a fourth generation San Francisco native. I am a Bayview Hunters Point resident, and I am also a doula. I'm a full spectrum doula. What that means is that I support people when they are pregnant, when they are giving birth, and during their postpartum period, which is usually like that 40-day window after they have given birth. I also am a queer family planner. I help families or single birthers who are looking to plan their pregnancy journey, people who are trying to conceive, people who are, manifesting their thoughts and their dreams and their love in the form of a child, and helping to bring babies earthside. And I also am someone who practices radical herbalism. So really looking at the plant medicines in their roots and their origins, using the recipes of our ancestors, using the wisdom and the traditions that have been shared with us for thousands of years, remembering those things through an apprenticeship model, and studying and reconnecting with my ancestors as much as possible so that I can achieve like holistic wellness and also be able to share those things with my community and Black people, most importantly.
What does this moment in time mean to you?
This moment in time, to me, is signifies an opportunity. I believe that I was chosen to be here. I believe that the people who are alive in this moment in time are here for a reason. And it's an opportunity for us to show up for each other and show up for our ancestors, and to revisit the things that we were told to forget, the things that we were forced to forget. And when I say that, I mean the magic that is us, the magic that is Black people, melanated people, people of Black descent. And remembering that we are source power. And because we are source power, because we come straight from the source, it means that we have divine potential, and we're limitless. This moment in time also reminds me that we've been here before. When I think about like the Great Migration and our ancestors being displaced uh, and looking for opportunities outside of the Jim Crow South, outside of the plantation, and them moving north, moving westward, like during that like Reconstruction era, there was a great opportunity. Some people may see that time as a time of despair and tragedy and loss. Um, but some people, our ancestors, the reasons why we're here and alive today, um, they chose to see it as an opportunity and they created something out of nothing. That's something that I believe in, creating something out of nothing, rivering your way through, um, and being a bridge so that you can, um, like Moses, meaning Harriet Tubman, you can like lead people to uh, the water of salvation. And yeah, so this moment in time to me represents opportunity.
What or who inspires you?
Yes, I kind of touched on this question a bit, but I'm definitely inspired by um, my grandmother and her mother and her mother, um, and just their tenacity, their audacity to dream and to have hope and to claim um, claim their time and claim their freedom in a way that provided fruit for me today. I want to be able to provide fruit for not only myself but future generations. And yeah, I want that tree to be available to us for infinite time to come.
What is an approach that you have taken to help people in your community achieve wellness?
So my approach is one that centers Blackness. I believe that oftentimes we skirt around Blackness like it is a bad word, or don't say it like that, or, you know, people oftentimes don't want to explicitly say that something is centering Blackness for fear of leaving others out. And I invite people to explore the notion that everybody's Black. And really sit with that. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then ask yourself why it makes you uncomfortable. And centering Blackness and wellness is extremely important to me, not only because of the history of medical apartheid and experimentation and forced sterilization of Black bodies, but also because it allows us to, again, remember indigenous technologies, indigenous rituals as our medicine, things that belong to us, and using those things as a way, like a map, to find our way to liberation, to autonomy in our minds, bodies, and spirits. Wellness to me is all about being balanced. And when you look at our indigenous way of life, it's one that is centered on balance. And so for me, centering Blackness in my practice allows me to remember the root of the problems, of the challenges. It allows me to go deeper than surface skin things, symptoms, and look at like the inner being of a person, and also the social context for for a lot of folks living in the diaspora, especially in the West, we we're so used to like the medical industrial complex, like pathologizing everything, and telling us like, for example, well, you have this disease in your family. This disease runs in your family. Like we say that, and we claim it as that, without realizing that a lot of those diseases and conditions, not only are they preventable, things like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, but they are something that began with trauma and stress and slavery and poverty and the things that came that were put upon us. So they're not a part of our DNA. They're not something that, although the medical industrial complex will have us believe that Black people are inferior when it comes to our anatomy and our physiology. We're inferior because we are prone to these diseases, without highlighting the fact that these diseases are most prevalent when there is a higher level of stress, a higher level of poverty, a higher level of incarceration, a higher level of lack of education, all of those things that we experience in our communities. Those things is what they call social determinants of health. Those things are why we have these more prevalent diseases in our communities. It's not because we are sick. And so that's a really important reason why I like to center Blackness at the core, and then look at everything else that surrounds us, so that we can find a cure, and that cure being prevention, so that we can make sure that we are fortifying ourselves in our minds, bodies, and spirits, so that we can be well.
How did you find yourself to be in your position?
So I was doing community organizing for a while, but actually, if I take it back before then, I was doing environmental justice work and food justice work in Bayview Hunters Point in San Francisco. I started doing food justice and environmental justice work because Bayview has some of the highest cancer and asthma rates in the Bay Area. And even though San Francisco is one of the richest cities in the world, it has some of the most drastic health disparities, particularly when you look at the Bayview community. Several of my family members have passed from cancers, and that was something that has always been in the forefront of my mind since a child, like knowing that. I went to all Black elementary school in my community, and we would study, like in science class, they would take us out to the marshes and tell us like, this water is polluted, and this is why the water is polluted, because of the PG&E plant, because of the Old Navy shipyard, and this neighborhood is a toxic dumping site. And they would really unpack those things, and we would talk about them. And then as I grew up, I just started to realize like, it's not the same in my community as it is over there in the white community. They don't have to deal with these environmental hazards. And so really seeing that like climate justice and environmental justice is about Black people. So again, centering Black people. So that really like got my mind thinking about like health and taking an intersectional approach to wellness, and the land being a reflection of us, our bodies, and who we are. Like we have to respect the earth, the water, and in turn we respect us if we are good stewards to our environment. And then after working in food justice and environmental justice, I was doing a lot of organizing around the Black Lives Matter movement, and I found myself feeling burnt out. I found myself feeling like I was like reacting to the system in a way that didn't feel in alignment with my spirit. Um, I I wanted to be able to contribute to the movement in a way that was about us. Because I felt like, I don't want to keep telling white people what they should be doing. I don't want to keep telling these politicians what they should do for me, uh, knowing that they don't really care in the first place. Um, but I felt like what felt most in alignment for my spirit is to create spaces and create pathways for our people to be sustainable in our wellness and in our liberation, and thinking about ways that we can divest from the system, thinking about ways that we can be safe outside the system, and really that's what led me to birth work. I participated in a doula training in Oakland um, with Aurora Birth Journey. Elena is now a part of the Roots of Labor Birth Collective. They are an amazing collective of beautiful, beautiful people. They do doula trainings. They do community work. I encourage you to look them up, follow them on social media. But I feel blessed that I participated in that training when I did. That was in 2016. And yeah, I felt like it changed my life. And I want nothing more than to spend my life doing birth work. It's a gift and an honor to be able to serve people in the way that I do and help to bring babies into the world safely, be an advocate for birthers, and to share the wisdom about how to birth without the system. Like sharing that is so powerful, and seeing people being able to help their friends and family, like after working with me, them being able to pass on information and you know it's yeah, it's really beautiful. And for my herbalism work, I've always been very interested in herbalism. um, Again, with my food justice background, me working to install like gardens in different elementary schools in Bayview, teaching kids about nutrition and where their food comes from and the importance of growing their own food, and learning the plant life cycle, and helping kids to understand that they are what they eat. That really kind of set me on a path. That was like around in 2009, set me on a path to studying herbalism. And I began like officially apprenticing. So besides like my own home remedies and making teas and salves and things like that, I started to officially apprentice when I was living in Philly um, for about 6 months with an herbalist in Philly, Attic Apothecary. You can go and follow them as well. And that allowed me to really think about like plants as medicine, and that like it's just as powerful as any medicine that white people try to sell you, and tell you that, oh, it's FDA approved, and we still don't have a cure for cancer, but this drug here will keep you alive. But sick. just really understanding that plants are medicine. They're not like lesser than, they're not like inferior, but they are truly here to be an ally to us and to aid us in complete healing and wellness. And they're really supportive and nurturing and loving. And, humans are designed to be in symbiosis with nature. Like if we listen to the things that our bodies ask us for, plants like provide a solution. Like it's like the Avatar movie. Like we just plug into each other. And as long as you respect plants and you respect the medicine and you don't like overindulge in things, and you work with an herbalist, I think it like plants just can provide so much nourishment for us. And from there, from doing an apprenticeship, I worked with, I participated in various like different herbalism workshops and programs on the East Coast. And now finally I'm enrolled in an herbalism program so that I can become a registered herbalist and get the hours necessary to be able to prescribe medicines and have that licensure behind my name. Yeah.
What are you currently studying, reading?
Something that I'm currently reading is Octavia Butler. I'm reading The Parable of the Sower. It's kind of a scary book, but it's good. I really love Octavia Butler. She had such a gift for showing that anything is possible. So like even if like the book is scary or it's based in like a dystopic future, showing like that we're gonna make it regardless. That's why I love Octavia Butler. That nothing is too big or powerful to break us, and it's impossible to break us because we are wild seed. That was actually the first book that I read of hers, is the Wild Seed series. So right now I'm reading Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler.
What services do you offer, and where can we find you?
So I offer doula services. So I, again, do queer family planning. So anyone who's interested in expanding their family or starting their family, I offer those services and do counseling for folks interested in beginning their TTC journey. That's trying to conceive. I also offer birth doula services. So for folks who are pregnant, I start working with people as early as 32 weeks up until 40 weeks postpartum. And 40 days postpartum. And I'm there with you your entire labor and birth. And we meet virtually now during our prenatal and postpartum appointments. And we do a closing ceremony during the postpartum period. And I also offer herbal wellness coaching. And that is, we work together to create a wellness plan and work together to incorporate herbs into your lifestyle, herbs that support you being able to get through any challenges that you're experiencing, whether that be in your body, your mind, or your spirit. We work together for 3 sessions, about an hour each session, and we do exercises, as well as I give homework in addition to making customized plant medicine for you, and a variety of other things. You can go to my website at letthemflourish.com, and you can book a consultation with me via my website. If you have any questions, you can also email me. My email's on my website, but you can also email me at letthemflourish@gmail.com. And yeah, you can follow me on social media at Letthemflourish on everything from Twitter to Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. Everything is just Let Them Flourish. And something else that is an offering is the healing circles that I host. They are every fourth Wednesday of the month. And the next healing circle is going to be August 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you follow me on social media, then you can see the flyer for that. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter if you'd like by visiting my website. And I'm so happy that you are here with me on this journey. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for like 4 years, and I am camera shy and I'm voice shy, but the ancestors told me that I need to use my voice, and I need to make sure that my face is in front of the camera so people listen to me. So I'm here in front of you, and I'm honoring my ancestors by taking this step. And yeah, thank you.